Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sade, and if you are new here, I create content on all things glow up that includes the mental, the physical, and the spiritual. I also create content for those who are committed to an elevated mindset, wanting to grow and wanting to look good and feel good while doing it. So if that interests you, then like this video, hit the post notification bell, and subscribe. So that way you don't miss another video. So today's video, I am going to be talking about how I was one to make excuses about pretty much everything. Excuses are those internal rationalizations that we make to make ourselves feel better, to make ourselves feel more comfortable, to make ourselves not feel bad for not being where we need to be. Excuses, let's get into them. So some of the excuses that I used to have was I had excuses for school of why I wasn't where I needed to be with that. You know, it's unfair, it's because of this, you know, whatever the case may be. I had a lot of excuses for school. That was a huge one. I had excuses about my physical health. I had excuses as to why I didn't have the body that I was happy with. I had excuses as to why my stomach was hurting and, you know, my back was hurting and all of these things. I had excuses for them. I had excuses as to why I was short-tempered. I had excuses as to why I was chronically stressed and tired all of the time. I even made excuses as to why it was a need. I could literally validate that in my head. So I pretty much had an excuse for anything that required discipline out of me. And I want to get into that and how they go hand in hand. So I had to basically quit lying to myself. I was telling myself lies. I was telling myself, oh, I wasn't in the best shape of my life because of X, Y, and Z. I had to stop lying to myself. No, you're not in good shape. You're not in good health and good shape because you're not eating healthy. You're not drinking water. You're not working out consistently. I had to stop making excuses for school. Oh, I'm not in because they don't like me, or they know that I'm black, and they know that I'm blah, 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 and they know that all these things. No, you're not in because you only applied once. You stopped applying and you were discouraged and put your mouth against the situation. I had to stop making excuses as to why I was short-tempered. Oh, well, it just gets on my nerves. You know that gets on my nerves. No, you're short-tempered because you don't have any peace in your heart. You don't have any grace in your heart. You don't have that patience that comes with being close to the Lord. You don't have that in your heart. I had to basically find out the ugly truth, and it was ugly. I was like, wow, I'm not the person that I'm thinking, that I'm validating in my head that I am. I'm a person that's short-tempered. I'm a person that's not disciplined. I'm a person that's not committed to anything other than working and grinding and not taking care of my body. Committed to all the wrong things. It was hard. It was a tough pill to swallow, as they say. It was a tough pill to swallow. But what was on the other side was beautiful. What was on the other side was a Sade that was so passionate about encouraging others. What was on the other side was the Sade that would share her experiences on what works and what doesn't work. What was on the other side was a Sade that's been consistent in the gym because she knows that she has to show up for herself. What was on the other side was the me that got so entangled and enthralled in mentally elevating and spiritually becoming aware and growing. It was that Sade that was waiting on the other side of that hard pill to swallow. But you have to swallow the pill. You have to swallow the pill. You have to come to the realization with the truth. I am not at point C because I haven't moved from point A. I'm not gonna rationalize, oh, I'm not at point C because of, you know, how the government is, or you know how so-and-so is, and you know that, you know, everybody pretty much dies anyway. So like, we have to get out of that. We have to get out of that, because I'm a true firm believer that we can live fulfilled lives. We can live fulfilled lives if we choose to. Everything is a choice. Everything is a choice to make an excuse, okay? Or it's a choice to say, dang, I didn't realize that I was that way. How do I fix this? How do I change this? How do I grow from this? It's a choice. And the easy way, the easy route, are excuses. Is lying to yourself. And that's why I think that we do it so much, is because we live in a generation where we want things easy. We want things instant. We want things to be copacetic, you know what I mean? So it's hard to come to that realization that you're not all that you think in your mind. You tell yourself excuses all day, every day. You are short-tempered because you haven't healed from whatever is bothering you. You are, you know what I'm saying, just revealing the truth. Guys, truth is so important to our lives. Truth is so important to our lives. It's time that we stop telling ourselves lies and start speaking truth into ourselves, and being ready to show up for ourselves, being ready to put that work in. Mental growth, spiritual growth, physical fitness, all of it requires work. We have to be ready to put that work in. Once we come to the realization that we're ready to change, we're ready to move, we're ready to grow, we're ready to shift, we're ready to focus, we're ready to elevate. All of those things are a choice. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I still struggle with excuses at times. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm too tired. But it's like, I can't let my emotions dictate my life. I can't let these temporary emotions dictate a permanent future. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to come on here to say, write out the excuses that you tell yourself. Say, this is where I want to be. I've had this goal for I don't know how many years. What are the excuses that I'm telling myself? And how do I eradicate those excuses and get to work? So again, my name is Sade, the future nurse bae. Leave me a comment down below, you guys. I love you. I want you to be encouraged. I want you to be prosperous. I want you to grow. I want you to be healthy, both mentally, physically, and spiritually. And I will see you in my next video. You guys be safe.